Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 9 of this Grail unboxing series. I hope you've been enjoying these videos. Definitely check out the previous parts because I showed some pretty cool books. This one is going to be a My Comic Shop order, ding, if you know that reference. And basically, it's all the slabs that I got from that company. I know we want to say it again because we have this joke that we do on the live streams. Whenever we say My Comic Shop, we go ding. It's a weird joke. The Pavlovian response. So here's all the slabs that I got. We're gonna open them all up, see what's inside, and there should be some pretty great stuff. So let's get into it. It should be fun. Okay, let's see what the first one is. Oh, first one's really interesting. So, recently, two of my friends, Big B McFly, the comic guy, and Collecto6, Steven, they were doing a trade. And somehow, I don't know, my spider senses were tingling, but they actually met in person and were doing a trade for some comics. And I don't know why, but I called them while they were doing the trade, and they both laughed because it's like, oh, Alan's like paranoid he's going to lose some comics or something. And afterwards, they showed what comics they traded, and it totally made me FOMO because one of the ones that I saw, I really, really liked. And I thought it was, oh, that's such a cool cover, and it was a pretty good trade where they, Steven got this one from Big B. And I thought, wow, I gotta find a copy of it. And it's just a really cool cover. So this is Liberty Comics number 10. And these Liberty Comics, I don't know why, but they don't really go for that much. This one is around $200. It's a 6.5. I mean, that's really high grade. And generally, whenever I see these Liberty Comics, they have a lot of really interesting covers. They generally are fairly affordable, even in high grade. This one's one of the better covers, actually, because it's like got this good girl cover. This is the Hangman, not in his usual uniform, a little different. But the reason for that is what Liberty Comics would do is they would reprint older Golden Age comics. And this is like a Golden Age comic as well. This is from 1945. But they would reprint earlier comics, and they'd give them these new covers. And sometimes they took a little bit of liberty with the character design. So this one is Hangman and Boy Buddy's appearance. Susie and Wilbur begin. And it's a Bernard Bailey cover. So that's pretty cool. Very famous Golden Age artist. So Liberty Comics number 10. I just really like this cover. I thought it was really cool. I like the moon, the castle, the girl, and I always like the trope of the guy carrying the girl in that kind of position. I always think it's cute. So yeah, so that's 1945 too. Okay, next. Oh wow, this was a good one. Okay. So I picked up a lot of really great ones from My Comic Shop in this order. Actually, I'm going to take this one out of the plastic. So this one is Mitzy. And it's number 1 in a 5.0, which is a really high grade for these Good Girl comics. This is from Timely Comics, 1948. And if you collect Timely books, which is Marvel, really, from around 47 to 49, even a little bit later than that, they really went all in on Good Girl art and Good Girl comedy books. It was quite a high, the golden age of Good Girl art covers and comics. They had like titles like Georgie, Mitzy, Tessie, Millie the Model, and a whole bunch of different titles, like a whole bunch. Like most of Marvel's titles at that time were Good Girl art comics. It was a very interesting time period for Marvel. And this is one of the ones that I thought was really, really cute. You got Mitzy right here, and she says, but I distinctly said, no cherry on top. I'm on a diet. So no cherry on this massive sundae. And I think they're called soda jerk is like just shocked because like the cherry's not going to make much difference in terms of her diet. But this is just a really, really sharp copy of this book. And this is a really common ad. I've seen this ad on many, many books. So yeah, Mitzy #1. It's really cool humor and good girl art cover. Okay. Oh, okay. Another thing that I'm collecting, of many, many things that I collect, is the Green Lama. And this is probably the easiest book from the Green Lama collection to get, and to get it in high grade for very cheap price. Typically a couple $100, and you can get a really high grade copy of this book. This is Green Lama #7. It's the Christmas issue, and it's really hard to find them in really bright colors. A lot of the book, for some reason, it's not that they are faded. It's just that the way the print was done, a lot of them are this kind of faded look. What happened was there was actually a warehouse find of this issue. So they found a few hundred copies, and they're all super high grade. So this one used to be a very expensive book, but then after the warehouse find, they really dropped in price. But it's just a great cover. And actually all the warehouse find ones are in this kind of more faded color. So yeah, so I like it. It's kind of a funny issue. It's like he's wrapped up like a Christmas present. And it's an 8.5. 1946. It's just and it wasn't, as I said, not very expensive book because of the warehouse find. So, if you're ever interested in Green Lama or the artist McElroy, this is a affordable book to get for both of those things. So I'm trying to get the complete run of, I think I'm 3 issues away or 2 issues away from getting the complete series of Green Lama. Okay. Now, I don't only collect Golden Age, despite the fact that I seem to have mostly Golden Age books. I actually do like modern books, and I like getting my key appearances. This is not necessarily a modern book, but it is a Silver Age book that has a key first appearance. So this is Avengers 71, and this is the first appearance of the Invaders. So the first appearance of the Invaders, Black Knight joins the Avengers, Kang and the Grandmaster appearance. And it's Sal Buscema cover. So just a really, really cool book. And it's a pretty cool cover, actually. I like the fact that there's the Statue of Liberty in the back. And this wasn't that expensive. I wanted to get a copy of this. I wanted to get a graded copy. I like... One of the things with me is sometimes I'll forget, why is it a key? I'll look at the book and I'm like, oh, I know it's a key. I can't remember what key appearance it is or first thing it is, whatever it is. Part of the reason I like slabs is it makes me feel a little less ignorant when it comes to remembering what is the key thing about the book and who did the art. So I like all these notes that you have at the top here. It's a funny thing. So whenever I have dementia, I can just look at the notes, look at the notes, and say, "Oh, it's the first appearance of the Invaders." Didn't you know? Like, just a cool book. So yeah. Okay, next one. Oh, this one's taped in an interesting way. Oh, another Silver Age book. Okay. This one's from 1967. And this is kind of a classic cover. Actually, the Fantastic Four movie is coming out soon, and it is already known that the Silver Surfer is going to play a role in that movie. So this book was kind of hot for a little while because of that rumor that Silver Surfer was going to meet up against the Fantastic Four. And this is sort of that cover where there's that crossover between Silver Surfer and Fantastic Four. So this is a Tales to Astonish. Not Fantastic Four. It's Hulk. I was thinking Thing for a second there, but it is a great cover. It is the first Silver Surfer battle against a Thing, I guess. Against the Hulk. And all these Silver Surfer books have become a little bit hot lately. But this is a Mary Severin and Frank Giacoia cover. And it's first full Silver Surfer appearance outside of the Fantastic Four. That was the Fantastic Four connection. Hulk versus Silver Surfer. But it's a classic cover. It's a fire cover as well, which I like. But yeah, I knew there was a Fantastic Four connection. I was just trying to remember what it was. Again, this is why the notes help. This is why very useful. But yes, this is from 1967, Tales to Astonish 93. I always liked this cover. I like Silver Surfer covers in general. I think there's something about the Silver Surfer. He just lends himself to really cool covers. And I think this is one of those. Okay. I almost totally goofed there. See, the notes saved me. Okay, another cool book. Okay, this is one that I thought, wow, this is really underpriced. This is a Golden Age book. I thought it was a kind of a cute cover. I think it's actually the character's first appearance. This is Penny #1, and it's this kind of stick figure kind of girl. But it is, from Avon, 1947, and it has Henry Higginson photo and cover in it. I don't know who he is, but this is one of those good girl art comics that I was describing that Timely would do, but also other companies were doing. It was sort of the high point for good girl art comics, was this era of the late 40s. I guess people were tired of the superheroes and they kind of went to the good girls in the late 40s. So this is a really nice copy of it too, 5.5. Like these mid grades, actually pretty considered high grades for the Golden Age. So yeah, it's a really cool book. Another ad that I see a lot is this wallet one. So yeah, so Penny #1. And it was very affordable. I thought, hey, why not? It's a good price. Kind of a cool book. We got 2 more to go. I'm not sure what they are. Let's see in a second. one has a little bit more tape on it. Okay. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is an interesting one. Okay. Now this is an artist that I really like, Norman Sanders. And he did a lot of really great painted covers. And this is Strange Stories from Another World, number 4. And it's one of these Norman Saunders covers. This one is one of those ones where some people kind of denote this as being a Hitler cover because it kind of looks like a zombified Hitler. So if you ever want a first appearance of zombie Hitler, well, this is maybe it. So it's because of the haircut and the way the face looks, they think that it looks like Hitler a bit. But it's one of those weird ones. So, but it is a classic cover for Norman Saunders because it got this weird ghoul-like character or zombie-like character on it. And it's out of the night came the misshaped, odious visages. Who are they? Who are these monsters of the mind? Painted cover. And this is from 1952, Fawcett. Just a really cool book. I think it displays really well as well. So, I really like Norman Saunders stuff. His painted covers are really, really great. Okay. And got one more to go. Okay. This is not a major key or anything, but it is a kind of interesting one. I actually was surprised by that. I didn't even know about this book. It was a recent thing that I found out about because I always thought a different book was the key, but this is actually possibly the bigger key of the books. So this is Batman 368. And I thought Jason Todd, who is one of the Robins, of the many Robins, you got Tim Drake and, not Tim Drake, you got all the various Robins, and this Robin is the first appearance of Jason Todd as Robin. Crazy quilt appearance. Story concludes Detective Comics 535, which is the first, I believe that's the first appearance of Jason Todd. But this is the first time you see him as Robin. And it's kind of interesting that I didn't even know about this book. I always thought the other book was his first Robin appearance. But this is the one. And you got him on the cover too, which is always nice. So yeah. So, first appearance of Robin. And I actually have the other first appearance of Robin back here. Dick Grayson, if you can see it right there. I almost blanked on his name for some reason. But, so Dick Grayson, Jason Todd. I'm trying to remember all the others. There was like 3 or 4 Robins. Maybe 5 Robins actually. So yeah, yeah, there was a girl Robin as well. So yeah, so the introduction of the Boy Wonder. So, yeah, so interesting cover by Dick Giordano. So yeah, very cool. So those are the slabs that I got from my comic shop, ding. And I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. You gotta subscribe. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.